Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today we're here to continue the sales report series of videos, Japan, the hometown of Toyota and Lexus. So let's get to it. So in January 2023, we have this news article, and it says that Toyota limits orders for Lexus in Japan due to chip shortages. And keep in mind, this is 2023, not 2022. So it seems like Toyota is still struggling with production of luxury cars that require more semiconductors. Since making a Lexus model uses over 1,000 semiconductors, which is several hundred more than a typical Toyota car, the chip shortage would impact Lexus vehicles more. They have already taken measures on providing only one remote control to all new owners and will provide the second key later when the semiconductor supplies are better. And you've also seen cars they cannot deliver because of semiconductor shortages for the audio equipment, and most notable, the Mark Levinson sound systems. So for Toyota Motor, their limiting orders for its Lexus luxury cars in Japan really limits the how much they can sell, and they probably would be losing opportunities. And I think they are losing a lot of opportunities worldwide because I've seen in other places where people said, "I'm fed up of waiting for the NX." And they've gone to the Volvo Recharge or other vehicles like the Mazda plug-in hybrid or even other vehicles. So I don't know when Lexus or Toyota will be getting their act together and getting these semiconductors. Hopefully, the supplies will be coming and it doesn't really impact their opportunities because I can tell you that the NX and the RX refresh have actually added more demand and they are losing opportunities to sell more than they historically have. So now let's get to the Japan sales report and see how Lexus sales been like in the past 5 years. So we know that Lexus number one sales country is actually the United States, and number two really follows their home country, Japan. They sell most of the models that are available in the market today, and it's quite interesting to see these numbers. So let's look at this. The UX. Looking at the UX here, the past few years it's actually have gone down, and I think that's quite reasonable because if you look at it, 16,395 sales in 2019 drops to 10,000, then 9,000 last year. Ooh, 5,000. But now if you look at January 2023, it's 515, still not recovered from the previous years. And with those sales limits, probably we're going to see the trend being the same in Japan. Now we move over to the IS. The IS 2019, 2000, 2020, 2000, 2021, surprisingly, has gone up to 10,000 units, and 2022, almost 6,700 units. And when you look at 2023 January, 893, which seems to be quite good of a month, other than the 2021 refresh year, and maybe that's where we got the boost. But sales of the IS seems to be still going strong. Now, looking at the NX. 2019 total sales was 13,233. 2020, with the pandemic starting, 9,724. 2021, 6,887. But then we look at 2022, they've actually doubled almost in sales to 11,891. Now looking at January 2023, it's actually gone up, and it's actually the best selling month in the past 5 years. So it seems to be going off with a good start. But I don't know what this means by limiting the orders. Probably they have so many orders and they still need to go through that queue and start selling them. Then we look at the ES. It's a downward trend, right? 2019, 11,000 units. 2020, 5,000. 2021, 4,400. And 2022, 4,200. And when you look at 2023 January, it doesn't look that much better. Now we move on to the RX. RX is the best selling in the United States, and when you look at here, I don't know what happened. In 2019, 45,810 units were sold. And then 2020, it actually sold 62,316, but in 2021, I don't know, is it because of the shortage of chips? It dropped to 10,841. Then 2022, 6,458. That's a drastic decline for the RX. And 2023, 772. So even when you look at that, that's still way low from the 2019 number. Have they moved to the NX and they don't want the RX, or the RX is being strangled because of the part shortages? Now let's move on to the LS. LS in 2019 sold 3,145. 2020 went down half of that, 1,781. 2021, 4,180. That was a drastic jump again. But then 2022, it fell again, down to 1,706. Now 2023, the 1st January is 187. So looking at that, that seems to be following a 2020 trend, meaning this year we're probably looking at 1,700 units. Let's scroll down to the GS. So the GS, we all know, is no longer available. It's rest in peace. And you can see 2021 being the last year, they sold 10. But before that, 1,000, and then 760, and then it just diminished. The LC, it's also another interesting thing. I don't know, is it because there were shortages in the NX and the other vehicles? 2021 seemed to be a very good year for the LS and the LC. Because looking at 2019, they only sold 656. 2020, it went to almost 900. 2021, 1,300. 2022 went back down to 916. And now looking at 2023, it's looking at a 2021 number. So maybe they will reach that, but it's a low volume car. So I'm not sure where that will trend, but we'll have to see month by month and see, are the Japanese people enjoying the LC? Because it's a V8, right? Now let's move on to the LX. So LX was in reverse. 2022 was a new model year, and you can see that it sold the highest number in these 5 years. 2019, 1,137. 2020, about almost 900. 2021, 650. 2022 being 1,739. And looking at it, it has a lot of breaking months. Like April, you would never see 223 versus the 70-ish, right? So the LX seems to be selling better. And then when we look at 2023, January, it actually did the best out of the 5 years. So maybe the LX is going to start seeing more production. And as we know, they probably sold out the LX for the next few years. So it's just a matter of chugging them out from the production line. Now moving on to the RC and the RCF. You can see the reason why the RC RCF is probably going to be gone. Looking at it, in 2019, almost 1,700 vehicles. 2020, roughly 1,000. 2021, gone down to 786. 2022, even further down, 660. 2023 starting with 56. So it's in between 2021 2022 at this point. So projection wise, I think they're going to be around 600 to 700 units for the RC RCF. Then we look at the CT. CT is also rest in peace in some ways, because they have stopped production of the CT as well. And I think whatever they're selling right now is probably whatever is produced, and that's all they're going to be selling. So 2019, they sold 2,344. 2020, 1,781. 2021, 1856, in 2022, 1892. So the CT seems to be very consistent, but not sure why they've ending this CT lineup. Maybe they don't feel that it's a Lexus because of the hybrid system. They probably need a brand new hybrid system for the CT. And rumors are saying we're going to get a CT EV. So we'll have to see. But let's see all the vehicles together. 2019 was the best year, 98,643. 2021, major drop from 97 to 49,000. 2022, it remained quite consistent, still a drop. But now, one thing to look at. 2023, January, they made 6,283, which is almost at par to 2020. Not as well as 2019, but now look at February. Yes, I have the February total numbers, but I do not have the breakdown of the models yet. But looking at that, 9,525 seems quite promising because it actually made the highest February in the past 5 years. So if March they can do 12,000 or 13,000, we may be in a trend of recovery. So we'll have to see. But just these 2 months, if we look at it, it's 15,800 units. If I look at 2022, it's only 7,594 units. 2021, 9,908. Even 2020, it was only about 13,000. And now we're at 15,800 units. So definitely much better than all the 3 years that we've seen during the pandemic. So with even the holding of not having any more, accepting any more sales, or they're limiting the number of sales, even with limiting the sales for Lexus in Japan, they're still able to hand over 15,800 units in the first 2 months is extremely good sign. As like all my other videos, let's go down and look at the NX as a totality. The NX as a whole, looking at it, they launched 2014 as a 2015 model, and they sold roughly 8,000 units for the first 6 months. Then in 2015, which was the best year in Japan, they sold 18,500 units roughly. Then 2016, a drop to 11,041. Then 2017, 8,725. 2018, with a new refresh model, like the mid-cycle refresh, they sold 15,800, which did not beat the 2015 number. And then 2019, 13,000, 2020, 9,700, 2021, even lower, 6,887, and 2022, the refresh year. You can see almost 12,000 units. Now looking at 2023. We actually, 2023 January, got the highest January selling of the NX in Japan ever. So the new model demand seems to be quite high. If you look at January 2022, 2,183 was also the highest of the NX ever. And 2023, it's actually gone even higher. So now we have to look at February and March to see what does that all mean. If we see that it breaks the 1658 record, meaning the Japan market is actually able to absorb, and also we are actually getting more NXs out the door. So stay tuned when I actually get that information on the next video, and hopefully we'll be able to see, are the NXs now selling better, which means we have supply and your wait times will be coming probably shorter or hopefully at promised time, and there's no more delay after delay. Hopefully this is informative to all of you, and I'll talk to you again next time on another country of sales report. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please comment, like, and share this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that alert button to get notified when new videos are posted. If you'd like to support the channel, you can definitely provide a super thanks. I'll see you guys again next time in the next video.